2 in the morning and we still passed out. Screaming thug till I ride before I earn. But life goes on. How many brothers fell victim to the streets? Rest in peace, young. There's a heaven for a G. Realize if I told you that I never thought of my be the last ones left. But life goes on. Hey, Monster Ma, what up, man? It's Monster. I'm back with another video. Yay! Yeah, I'm back with another video, but today we got a good one, man. Hey, yes, I'm on the same pic from the last video because what I'm gonna change for? We doing back-to-back videos. Yeah, you feel me? And I'm super clean. And I took a shower before the video. Yeah, stop playing. Y'all boyfriends don't wash. I'm just trying to tell y'all. I don't know why y'all with these dirty dudes. I'm trying to tell y'all, but hey. Listen. These folks now found the new city. Well, not new, but it's newly found. But it's a lost city. And I hope I'm saying these people's name right. Sahara. I'm assuming Sahara Desert area. But Sahara. You feel me? And we gotta go ahead and get into it, see what these folks talking about, because I like interesting things about the world. You feel me? So, educational. You know me, I'm making funny. So, hey. Come learn with Monster. Yeah. If you're new, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and tell me what you think about this video. And if you have videos for me to react to, if you would like for me to react to, let me know in the comments. Or hit my DM on Instagram, let me know something. Yeah. Show some love, something. Yeah, spread it. Hey, if you already subscribed, thank you. I love you. And I love the new people too. But make sure you like, comment, and share. Alright? Make sure you tell your mama, your daddy, your auntie, your uncle, your brother, your cousin, your lover, your sister, your brother, your grandma, your auntie, your uncle, your grandpa, your great-great-grandpa, great-great-grandmother, friends and family, the whole world about me. Yes, I'm not playing with y'all. I think this is not a joke. This is not a game. I'm trying to eat too. I'm trying to live good too. I'm giving y'all good content. I make sure y'all laugh. Y'all look at me. I'm like, oh my goodness, he is so funny. Oh my goodness, he is wow. He is full up. Oh my. The bro funny, yeah. The bro funny. He's funny, yeah. For real. Look, bro got good content. Subscribe. I'm trying to get monetized. Thank you. All right, now that we got that out the way, let's get this thing started.
Meet Editor X, the world's most advanced website design platform.
For sure. Check them
made
out.
for you.
Been located in the Sahara. But isn't Atlantis supposed to have sunk in the water, not in the sand? It turns out that not everything is so simple. To find out where the truth is in this story, I conducted my own investigation. Before moving on to Atlantis, let's first deal with the Sahara. The desert is located on the African continent. It's considered the largest hot desert in the world, and the third largest of them all after the deserts of the Arctic and Antarctica. The area of the Sahara is 9,200,000 square kilometers, or 3,550,000 square miles. Of course, there are enough sites on such a huge territory. But the most amazing and unique place is the Eye of the Sahara.
Wow.
The Eye of the Sahara, also known as the Richat structure, is located in west-central Mauritania. And it does look like an eye. It's kind of a collapsed dome with a diameter of about 40 kilometers or 25 miles. The structure is so huge that it can even be seen from space. For a long time, Richat served as a reference point for cosmonauts in orbit, and it's quite convenient. A clearly visible object in the middle of a vast desert. But where did the eye come from? Initially, the Eye of the Sahara was considered an ancient meteorite crater.
I ain't gonna lie, that's kind of wild. What y'all think? What y'all thinking? What y'all think? Y'all think what I'm thinking? Y'all think what I think? Okay. Man, life began in Africa, man. Let's be real. Like, when everything was together, really everybody was in Africa. Like, life started in Africa. Like, there's no doubt about it. There's no doubt about it. Like, everything started in Africa. And it's wild to think that people way in the ancient times, they had temples. intense. But where did these folks sleep at? These folks ain't had no Hollywood mansions. These folks was sleeping on like concrete, dirt, and all and bricks. And all, you feel me? Like, what's going on? Like, and you gotta think these folks were really outside. Like everybody was like, I'm outside. No, these folks really outside. Okay, with the animals too. Think about that. Yeah.
Thick, round, it all made sense. But the bottom of the eye is too flat, and there are no impact traces on the rocks. It might have been a bomb explosion if it wasn't for the age of the structure. It's millions of years old. And what about a volcano? Another myth. There's no dome of volcanic rocks. As a result, none of the scientists are completely sure where the eye of the Sahara came from. The main theory is erosion. Some time ago, a section of the Earth's crust became exposed, and then the wind did the rest. So, what does Atlantis have to do with it? To understand this, you have to go back in time a bit, to the time of Plato.
Whoever be doing these graphics and doing all the spinning of the earth and all that and going back, y'all wrong. Teach me.
In the 4th century BC, Plato is considered a significant figure in philosophy. However, I'm not interested in his treatises, but rather information about the lost Atlantis. Information about Atlantis is contained in Plato's 2 dialogues, Timaeus and Critias. If you summarize this information, you get the following. In the 5th and 6th centuries BC, Atlantis was the main rival of Athens. The state was located on an island and was very powerful. Atlantis owned North Africa to Egypt and Europe to the west of Italy. But the island on which Atlantis stood is particularly interesting. According to Plato, there was a hill in the center of the island. It's located 9 kilometers or 5.5 miles from the sea. For protection, the hill was surrounded by 3 water and 2 land rings. The very center of Atlantis had a diameter of just under a kilometer, or just under 0.6 miles. There were temples, a magnificent royal palace, and so on.
It'd be the fake pictures for me. It'd be y'all ain't got no picture like that. That's like an example picture.
This splendor was located behind the Pillars of Hercules, which in antiquity is called the Strait of Gibraltar. That is, Plato placed Atlantis beyond the Strait of Gibraltar, most likely near the coast of Spain and present-day Morocco. Now, let's put all the information together. A large circular object surrounded by several earthworks and located across the Strait of Gibraltar. Yes, this is the Richat structure. It's not in the Atlantic Ocean, but still beyond the Pillars of Hercules, just a little further south than we used to think. Given how many years have passed, this could be attributed to geographical error. So, are the remains of Atlantis really hidden in the Sahara? As with other episodes of the story, it's full of riddles. Some scientists believe Atlantis is just a myth, a fairy tale invented by Plato, and this is understandable, but I want to address the facts. Plato indicates the approximate time of the flooding of Atlantis, 9,000 years ago. This means that it happened around 9,500 BC. Let's make allowances for the fact that the philosopher was not very good at dates. Let's consider this year as an example. Were there large-scale floods at that time? Yes. However, none of them occurred near the eye of the Sahara. It's quite well protected from water. In any case, there's no evidence yet that this particular region flooded. All right. Let's leave aside the Richat structure for now. One of the most common theories about Atlantis is that Plato loved zeros. So he added an extra 0 to the date of Atlantis' existence. In fact, the archetype of the ancient Atlanteans were the inhabitants of the island of Crete.
Hey, check this out.
I like learning, bro. I really do like learning this stuff. And see what people got to say and all that. I really do. That makes sense. Okay.
The Minoan civilization was very developed. Its representatives lived on islands and built luxurious palaces. But more than 900 years before Plato was born, a volcano erupted on one of the islands.
Okay.
In about a day, it led to destruction on the island and...
Real quick before I forget, again, what if Atlantis was a city he planned on building? Like, what if he found an area that was an island, it then got washed away? Like the Maldives, I hope I'm saying it right. The Maldives. The island came up, beautiful place, people visit there often, but at some point in time, with sea levels supposed to be rising, it's projected that whole island of the Maldives is going to be washed away. Like, it's going to be covered with water. So what if Plato saw the place and he's like, boy, them folk over there, it's a good little place to be, right? You hear me? And he was going to go over there and build what he described.
Formation of a huge tsunami. The wave hit the northern coast of Crete and other islands in this part of the Mediterranean Sea. Volcanic ash covered the fields and famine began. Of course, Crete didn't go underwater,
right,
but it experienced a strong decline. And all of this is very reminiscent of the history of Atlantis.
Right.
But there is one but. Crete is located on the opposite side of Gibraltar. Plato, of course, could have mixed up the dates, but not east and west. Now, let's go back to the eye of the Sahara. Let's assume that Atlantis really existed in this place, and it wasn't a flood that destroyed it, but, for example, an earthquake, or it was conquered, or it slowly deteriorated due to natural causes. In any case, where people once lived, there should now be traces of them, and in the Richat structure, there are. It's here that archaeologists have found clusters of Acheulean artifacts. Most of them are located near the outer ring of the eye. The Acheulean culture belongs to the early Paleolithic period. It began spreading approximately 1,760,000 years ago. That is, long before the possible appearance and death of Atlantis. The population of this culture was at the early stage of the primitive communal system. In other words, people used fire, were engaged in hunting and gathering, and made simple stone tools. In general, they shared few similarities with the mythical.
For this thing though, Atlantis is supposed to be like a beautiful city that went underwater, right? Boom, okay. Hit me out. What if it was never put underwater? Like the video, but he's saying like basically this is that where Atlantis is in the Sahara area. What if it was never really an island? What if Plato was really just like, yeah, I don't want y'all folk come over here where I'm trying to be at. Y'all don't get the experience. Hey, it's over there, but it's really right here. You feel me? What if you feel? Y'all get what I'm saying? Like, what if y'all did covered in sand?
Atlanteans. Still, there are oddities. No artifacts have ever been found in the Richat structure itself. There are a lot of them around it, but not inside the eye.
Right.
What was in this place? Why did our ancestors avoid it? And lastly, here's an interesting fact for you.
They really avoided it. Why are you trying to go there?
It's believed that the desert, in its current form, has existed for quite some time.
Right.
But there was once a sea there, on the territory of the Sahara, where today there are mostly only sand and stones. There was once a huge reservoir. Its depth was 50 meters, or 164 feet, and its area was 3,000 square kilometers, or 1,158 square miles.
That's a lot.
Not much for a sea. But in the middle of a desert, it certainly is. And it wasn't just a reservoir. Many ancient snakes and fish lived in the waters of the trans-Saharan seaway, and they were huge. This is evidenced by the remains found by paleontologists in the middle of the desert. Of course, this doesn't prove that Atlanteans swam in the Sahara with the giant ancestors
but we
of
saying
crocodiles.
Though, if that's the case, then what if that was Atlantis? Because you know Atlantis and Poseidon had the spear. He was trying to murk some. You feel me? Yeah, like never.
But it seems that this region is hiding many more secrets than previously thought. Scientists continue to explore the desert and the Richat structure, and who knows what it will lead to one day. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Click on the bell to receive timely notifications about the release of...
For sure. I'm about to give y'all a like right now. You already know I'm subscribed. Hey, man. That's it for that video. I hope y'all liked it, but I feel like y'all did because it's me. And this was a great video either way. You feel me? But, hey, that was very informational. I like videos like that. Let me know what y'all think in the comments about Atlantis. Do y'all think that that might be where it's at? Like, I feel like a lot of stuff is under the sand. And there's a lot of stuff that's iced out. Get it? Iced out, but not for real. Like in the glaciers in Antarctica and Alaska, and we need to leave it like that. That's the lesson of today. To the world, leave stuff alone. It naturally happened the way it happened. It's how it is today, how it's supposed to be. Leave stuff alone, please. We already got COVID out here. Why y'all trying to find other stuff that don't want to be found? But hey, remember, you can go anywhere. You can do anything. As long as you take yourself with you. Amongst them all, man, we out, man. Peace.